Eating out whilst losing body fat is probably the #1 biggest reason why most diets fail. And that's because it's a three-way combo of too much restriction, not knowing what to do, and generally eating out has more calories. Now we all know that to lose body fat, we simply need to be eating less calories than we're burning on a daily basis. So don't let anyone ever tell you that that isn't simply the case, because that's like saying that money doesn't matter when it comes to paying your bills. It's just absurd. But on the other hand, just telling someone to simply eat less and move more is not great advice either, because yes, it might be that simple, but it doesn't mean that it's easy. Otherwise, everyone would be shredded 24/7. So to fix this, first of all, we need to not follow a diet plan that has extreme restrictions on what you can and can't eat. And second, we need to simply know how to do it and what to look for. So I'm gonna hit the gym, and then on the way back, I'm gonna grab some lunch because I have nothing to eat, and I'll show you. So I picked up some good old Subway for lunch. Now, this could easily make or break your diet. So what I did is I got a foot long, because let's be honest, a 6 inch is not gonna fill anyone up. So I got a foot long with chicken strips on wheat bread, Old English cheese, sweet chili sauce, which is the lowest calorie sauce you can get, I'm pretty sure. And this comes to 665 calories and 50 grams of protein. Now, if I'd been vegetarian, or I just looked at the menu and thought, you know what? Veggie patty probably seems like the healthiest choice here. So you get a foot long veggie patty, same bread, same cheese. Instead of sweet chili sauce, you get Chipotle sauce, because let's be real, that's what everyone wants. It comes in at 1,070 calories. Not only are you getting a third more calories, you're also getting a lot less protein as well. And that's just one example of how a good choice versus a not so good choice can easily make or break your day and your week in terms of sticking to those calories. So I wanted to give some more examples. So I just went down to the petrol station and grabbed a few takeout beverages. So most people are gonna think Boost juice, you know, it's gonna be quite healthy. Can be, also cannot be. So this one, we have the original Wonder Melon. Now this is only 190 calories and about 13-14 grams protein. So pretty good. This is the salted caramel latte. 14 grams protein, so 1 extra gram, but 550 calories. As we always say, liquid calories go down way too easy. Probably not gonna be a good idea, but again, if you wanted to get boost, you could, and you could make it work. The other one, so I always tell my clients that protein shakes, if you are on the go and you need to grab something, you know, if you feel like you're not gonna be able to make it home without going through Macca's drive-thru and absolutely putting them out of business, then a protein shake can be a pretty good option. But again, I found this one, which is 403 calories and 35 grams of protein. So 400 calories for a protein shake, that's pretty outrageous. That's a whole meal. Like we just said, liquid calories goes down the hatch, that'll be gone. This one on the other hand, 30 grams of protein, so only 5 less, and 171 calories. So that is a much better choice. But as you can see here, they're both advertised pretty much the same. They're both, you know, high protein written across the front. So you just gotta be careful. You just gotta be careful. Take a quick look to the back and just double check. So everywhere you go is gonna have options that can either make or break your progress. But the thing is, if your diet is too restricted and you can't eat certain things like no dairy, no gluten, no sugars, no whatever it is, how long can you realistically do that for? And what do you do if you go to a family event or you go to your partner's house for the first time and they're serving up all the foods that you can't eat? Or what do you do when your boss says, hey, come to lunch with us, we're going to this spot? You don't want to be that guy that's like, sorry, I can't eat that, can't eat that, I can't eat that. You want to be able to educate and make basically anything fit into your plan, or anywhere you go, know that, okay, I can make a smart choice and I can make it fit as best I can. Because over the last 10 plus years working with my clients, the main thing that I've realized is sustainability is always gonna be #1 key. And the more restricted someone's plan is, the harder it is for them to get results. And not only just get results, it might be easier to get results in the short term if it's very restricted, but in the long term, it's very hard to keep those results. And most of the time, you're gonna fall back into old habits because you haven't educated on how to make smart choices and kind of also get rid of that complete restriction. Hopefully you are only eating out 1 to 3 times per week maximum, you know, maybe date night with the missus, lunch with the co-workers, whatever it is, because then this is not gonna be too hard to do. You can simply make smart choices like we've just shown there, and you can just make it fit into your daily macros or fit into your weekly calories and you'll be good. But when doing this, there is a few common mistakes that I always see kill people's progress. And the first one is drastically cutting their calories either the day of or the day after to make this meal fit into the plan. Because if you're making smart choices, then you shouldn't need to cut your calories down at all. But let's say you do go a little bit overboard, you're like, okay, I definitely went over calories there. Most of the time I'll tell my clients not to worry about it, just get back on track the next day and just get back into the swing of things. Because if you do really restrict the next day or the day of, sometimes this can create bad habits and kind of put you on that restrict, crave, binge kind of cycle, and that's the last thing that you want to get stuck on. But if you're not prone to falling into that and you're like, hey, I just blew over my calories a bit, then I would probably just cut them down by a couple hundred the next day maximum. Take these from carbs and fats if you feel like it's not going to affect that day whatsoever. But just remember, the goal of doing this is always to find that happy medium and bring some form of normality to your diet and lifestyle. And if you're like, Alex, I'm doing all this stuff and I'm following my calories and I feel like they're really low, but I can't see any progress, then you might want to check out this video here, because I run through everything you need to know if you feel like your calories are too low but you're not seeing progress.